So hello everyone. We have tie up with Bajaj Finance to provide a margin trade funding facility as well as less loan against shares for our clients, by which there will be some benefits. So it will help our customers to capitalize on their investments without liquidating them and give them the power to raise the financial resources by way of loan with the flexibility of purpose for the utilization. Basically, we are starting that. I'm telling it's a MTF because we don't allow, say, currently we will not allow clients to get away with money or say he can utilize anywhere other than the PL. So whatever less or whatever say we will do financing with Bajaj, that will be utilized for buying or say for F&O margin at PL only. So it will be and say we will facilitate him to transact more. If suppose he is not having funding or something, we'll say capitalize him through his portfolio to transact more at PL. So it will be a margin trade funding basically. And benefit why we are doing with Bajaj Finance only. We will introduce some more NBFCs going forward, but currently we are introducing Bajaj, and there are some benefits. A minimum ticket size of 5 lakhs. Other NBFCs need some more ticket sizes. So 5 lakhs is a very small amount, and Bajaj is ready to do. Maximum ticket size is 100 crores. I'm sure some of us will achieve this 100 crore too for a single ticket, not an collateral amount. And loan tenure will be 12 months and it will be used as an overdraft facility. You can borrow today and you can repay back Bajaj tomorrow. So there will be an interest for 1 day only. And margin, as you everybody knows, it's in 50%. And some other benefits say swapping of securities. If someone has bought Infosys, he wants to say convert it to the TCS, so he can sell Infosys and convert it to the TCS. Anything he can do. Nil part payment charges, which I already said that loan can be taken for a single day even. Nil foreclosure charges. You can close your loan at any given point of time. Somewhere say in second phase, we'll provide online account access of Bajaj through Bajaj FinServ 2, and there will be a dedicated relationship manager for our customers from PLFS side also and from Bajaj side too. Some other benefits are PL clients get an opportunity to raise finance against their security portfolio and thereby get liquidity without client having to sell their investment sometimes. If suppose he needs some liquidity or something, so client can use the loan funds to invest and trade more in the secondary market. If suppose someone wants to apply in OFS, so currently there is a rule. Even today, I face some issue from the Delhi where they have sold their current holdings and invested for the OFS. We need suppose, but if suppose we have the client would have account with the Bajaj himself, then he can place his shares to the Bajaj and would have taken a loan, and the same can be utilized for the OFS too. So it is an example of today where the Delhi branch had sold some 14 sold securities in 14 accounts. Client not only retain the ownership of securities, you all know all these benefits what can be through less. Loan is a overdraft facility. Client can draw and repay anytime. BFL updates. I will share this presentation once. I will share this PPT to all of you, so you can read it out. We have some time constraint as at 5. We have some other webinar too. HR as errand, so we have time constraint. So I'm say completing. I'm going fast. You can connect me anytime. Anytime connect me for any of his or her questions. So there will be a script categorization. Bajaj have a list of some old 600 shares. They have categorized that to 1, 2, 3, and 4 category: Cat 1, Cat 2, Cat 3, Cat 4 category. So 1 and 2 category, basically 50% should be 1 and 2 category, and 3 category could be 40%, and 4 category could be 10%. So portfolio should be 50% should be from the 1 or 2 category, and 40% should be from 3 and 4 category. Aggregate category of 3 security value should not be more than value of 1 or 2. So suppose 50% is anyway smaller than the 40%. So we need to categorize that. Script concentration minimum, we need 3 scripts, but if suppose there is a reliance, so we will manage that on a single script also. We will get a loan. So most probably say A group stocks Bajaj allows to borrow on a single script too. What we need to do for the account opening? say PLFS, NBFC, PON client like DP account. Client existing DP account will define client has to execute one more power of attorney in favor of PLFS. And client needs to open a POA bank account with ICICI Bank. Currently, it will say after submitting a document, it will take 10 working days to open an account. So basically, to activate Bajaj FinServe, Bajaj Finance Less account, minimum turnaround time is something around 10 to 12 days, 10 to 12 working days. Pledge of shares. How client will pledge the shares? Client will have to send a mail to PLFS each once the account is open. Client will have to send a mail to PLFS each time as to which stocks needs to be pledged. Suppose client is having a Infosys and TCS both in his portfolio, and he wants to pledge only Infosys, so he needs to mail PLFS that I want to pledge this TCS for the loan against share facility. So PLFS will place the shares to the Bajaj on behalf of client through POA, which is given for the DP transactions, and Bajaj will disburse the amount. Bajaj will disburse the amount to his ICICI Bank POA account, and same will be transferred to the PLPL as in broking to clear the client's debit. Disbursement of eligible loan, which I already mentioned that a client will have to send a mail to the PLFS to seek the disbursement of loan each time. PLFS will thereafter send mail to the PFL, which is to client to disburse the loan, and the same loan will be transferred back to PLPL account to clear the debit. And please make sure the LTV should, anytime we need to maintain, client need to maintain LTV of 50%. LTV on loan, client will have to provide and maintain 50% LTV on loan as per the approved stock criteria. If LTV increases above 50% due to decline in security value, then within 7 days LTV is to be restored. Bajaj will give us, if suppose some days some market has fall 5%, 10%. So Bajaj has allowed Bajaj up to 10%. Bajaj has allowed us to 7 days grace period to pay back to restore the LTV for 50%. अगर आपके किसी भी क्लाइंट में से शॉर्टफॉल आता है, so Bajaj up to 10% they allows to restore the same in 7 working days. Suppose Monday there is a shortfall, so you need to clear it on the next 7 days. If in between there is, suppose market bounce back and price comes to the normal, then that will also be considered. Buy limit to clients. How will PLPL and PLFS set limits to their clients? Once you client plays the shares to the Bajaj, there will be an say eligible amount which every day Bajaj, BFL and PLFS will send reports to the client that this is your eligibility. Against that, there will be a limit of 2 times. Suppose client is having a 1 lakh rupee as an 1 lakh rupee, client has placed a 2 lakh rupees of shares to the Bajaj. He will get 1 lakh from Bajaj and he can purchase 2 times. He can purchase 2 times of the security, 2 lakhs rupees of amount. Then again that 2 lakhs rupees will again be placed to the Bajaj and 1 lakh rupees will be withdrawn and PLPL debit will get clear. Second, after placing and disbursement, there will limit, then we are unpledging of pledged stocks for selling by clients. Currently, client first for selling, client needs to unpledge the shares from Bajaj. So if suppose there is a 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupee loan, client has placed 2 lakhs rupees of stock and client wants to unpledge 50,000 rupees of stock. So first he needs to go to Bajaj, he needs to pay 25,000 rupees, then Bajaj will unplace the 50,000 rupees of shares, and after unplacing shares will say we need a free collateral to sell. So after unplacing only PLPL will allow client to sell its stock. So some of the illustrations are mentioned. Say suppose loan outstanding with PLFS is rupees 100 lakhs. Value of stock placed with BFL at the time of unplace is 200 lakhs. LTV is 50%. If clients want to unplace stock of rupees 100 lakhs, then client will have to repay first loan of rupees 50 lakhs to BFL to get stocks unplaced. So it's very simple. If suppose client wants to sell their stock, he needs to unplace first, and then only he'll be able to sell the stock. There are some, but again, illustration 2 for the loan repayment. Suppose loan outstanding of the client with PLFS is 100 lakhs. Value of pledged stock with BFL at the time of unpledge is rupees 185 lakhs. So LTV is 54.5. If clients want to unpledge the stock of for 4 point to clear 4.05, client don't want to unpledge, there are 7 days time. You can clear it in next 7 days. If client wants to unpledge the stock of rupees 100 lakhs, if suppose he sell 100 lakhs rupees of share, then clients will have to repay the loan of 57.5, 7.5 for the shortfall and 50 rupees, 50 lakhs for to unplace the 100 lakh shares to the BFL to get the stocks unplaced, and LTV will be restored. Whenever you say there is a shortfall on the third day and you want to unplace the share, then you need to restore LTV to 50% on third day itself. While unplacing the grace period, Bajaj will not allow for the grace period. Additional replace. If suppose clients having some additional shares, so he can place that share first, and then he can unplace his shares and can sell these shares to market. Anytime for placing and anytime for unplacing, client needs to maintain 50% of the LTV. Same illustration 4, I will share this presentation. Suppose loan against PLFS is 100 lakh, unplaced is 185, LTV is 54.5, and client wants to unplace the 100 rupees shares. So he needs to place 115 lakhs rupees of 1 crore 15 lakhs rupees of shares to the BFL. Then only BFL will release or unplace the shares. How then again, if suppose after selling the shares, there will be a credit to the PLPL accounts. Clients needs to request to the PLPL for his payout. The same will be transferred to the ICICI Bank POA account, and from there it will be to the Bajaj Finance account. If suppose clients wants to keep that credit in PLPL, that is his choice. We will transfer money only on the request from the clients. Anything say for disbursement also, we need return request from the client, and for payment also we need a return request from the client. Interest payment by the clients. Clients will have to make interest payment on their loan on monthly basis to the BFL by 3rd of the following month. If the interest payment is not received by the BFL by 3rd of the following, then penal interest would be charged. That is something around 24% on interest amount get charged, and pledged stocks will be also, if suppose not clear in subsequent 7 days, then there will be a selling of stocks to recover the interest account. Even there is say 50% LTV, but interest has to be paid separately. Suppose there is some say you can take additional disbursement and then you can pay, but interest needs to be paid monthly basis. This is a simple process flow. There will be a lead received from the PL, cash will be logged in the portal and everything. How Bajaj will perform this is a simple process flow out there. So thank you all. If you have any question, you can ask.
Nirmal, broadly, if you can explain the rates and commercials, etc. involved.
Sandeep, you know our borrowing rate. So if you discuss with your team separately, that will be fine. Say I'm not involved in rate and everything, so it will be
No. I'm saying the minimum rate and the card rate which Bajaj has.
Minimum rate is some 9.5%.
Nirmal, in the Q&A section, there are some questions. If you can read them and answer them.
Nirmalji, I just ask a question in our chat box. There are 2 queries which I want to raise. One, am I audible, Nirmalji?
Yes, Praveen.
Yeah, one, because what happened, like if automatic payment is being of interest is being done within the setup, or the setup is being done automatically, it will be easy task. Otherwise, what will happen? We need to go ask a check from the client, even if he is not using the complete limit he has been given. The current process, what we are doing in PL, that is the auto setup is being done of interest.
Auto setting of interest.
Yeah, in the client's account.
So that will set up a pledge or the interest on.
No. Because what has happened, अगर आप मेरी बात समझें तो क्या हो रहा है कि अभी मेरा NBFC 4-5 अकाउंट खुले हुए हैं PL के साथ में, उसमें क्या होता है कि मेरा इंटरेस्ट का लेटर आ जाता है PL से रेगुलरली, और वो ऑटो सेटअप हो जाता है. मतलब मेरे को क्लाइंट से चेक लेने नहीं जाना पड़ता. अभी आप जैसे आपने मेरे को ये अभी मीटिंग में आपने कहा कि आपको चेक लेके आना पड़ेगा क्लाइंट से इंटरेस्ट का अलग से. इट वुड बी टफ टास्क, क्योंकि क्लाइंट कह रहा है कि अगर मेरा बोरोइंग, सपोज उसका बोरोइंग 50 जा रही है, 5 लाख ही है, उसको अपन ने 12-15 लाख की लिमिट दे रखी है, उसका 5 लाख की है या 50 लाख की है, और अपन ने उसको 1 करोड़ की लिमिट दे रखी है। बाकी सब जगह क्या होता है, इंटरेस्ट सेटअप ऑटोमेटिक हो जाता है सिस्टम में।
Okay, sir, we'll check with Bajaj and we'll come back to you. I think if suppose it's available with other NBFCs, it will be with Bajaj too.
नहीं, बजाज भी कर रहा है ना, बजाज खुद भी कर रहा है।
ठीक है सर, I will discuss with our say NBFC head and we'll come back to you again. Currently, it's been a special request that interest to be paid separately.
Okay.
If required, we'll do the changes. No problem, sir.
ठीक है, एक सेकंड प्रवीण, कंफ्यूजन आपको क्या है? सेपरेट पेमेंट का कंफ्यूजन है कि चेक?
नहीं,
चेक रिलेटेड
सर मेरे को है ना, हर बार जाके मैं सपोज एनबीएफसी खोला मैंने,
पर आप ऑनलाइन क्यों नहीं कर सकते?
सर ऑनलाइन भी मेरे को क्लाइंट को तो कहना पड़ेगा ना सर, ऑनलाइन पेमेंट करो।
Obviously. अच्छा, वही तो मतलब जो निर्मल ने जवाब दिया वही आप पूछ रहे हो। ओके, समझ गया।
क्योंकि यहाँ पे बजाज का जो काम चल रहा है ना,
समझ गया।
वो सिंपल है,
अकाउंट में डेबिट कर देगा,
अकाउंट में डेबिट कर, समझ गया। ओके,
ठीक है ना। दूसरा, जो आपने कैटेगराइजेशन किया, सपोज बजाज का ए बी सी डी या D1 और E, जो हम लोग कोटक में पहले करते थे, दीज वर 5 ऑड कैटेगरीज, वे E में वो पेमेंट नहीं करता था। बाकी A B C D का, क्योंकि हमको स्पेसिफिक कोई स्टॉक में अगर फंडिंग लेनी है और वो C कैटेगरी में है उसके, तो हमको उनका पूरा, जैसे 5-6 स्टॉक से उनका कट ऑफ देना पड़ता था कि एक पर्टिकुलर स्क्रिप्ट इतना नहीं जाएगा और टोटल फंडिंग, हम ओवरऑल फंडिंग इतना लेंगे।
वो कैटेगराइजेशन सर यहाँ पे भी रहेगा। यहाँ पे कैटेगरी से कैट 1, कैट 2, कैट 3 वो करते हैं। से इन्फोसिस से कैट 1 में अगर मैं पकड़ूं इन्फोसिस और रिलायंस है, तो दैट सपोज 100 रुपीज पोर्टफोलियो, तो 50% शुड बी कैट 1 एंड कैट 2, 40% शुड बी कैट 3, जिसमें कि आपका B2 ग्रुप आ सकता है, एंड जो आप दूसरे X ग्रुप या कोई भी दूसरे शेयर्स है, दैट कैन बी इन D कैटेगरी, वो दैट विल नॉट बी अलाउड 10%। से उसमें आपको फंडिंग विल बी 100 करोड़ रुपीज ऑफ पोर्टफोलियो, तो 10 rupees will be the funding from the D category stock.
अच्छा, D कैटेगरी में 10% ही देंगे क्या?
D category में 10% ही देंगे, but say once we start this, we create some book of 100-200 crores, then we'll discuss with Bajaj and we'll get it done.
ठीक है सर। तीसरी चीज, सपोज जैसे आप लोग अभी स्टॉक मेरे को प्लेज अनप्लेज हर बार करना पड़ेगा बेचने से पहले?
सर currently to start with, हेलो,
हाँ सुन रहा हूँ सर।
Currently to start with आपको स्टॉक अनप्लेज और प्लेज और अनप्लेज दोनों करना पड़ेगा, बट गोइंग फॉरवर्ड आई हैव ए प्लान कि आपको कुछ नहीं करना पड़ेगा, हमारी तरफ से ही आपकी डेबिट और क्रेडिट के हिसाब से स्टॉक प्लेज और अनप्लेज हो जाएंगे।
क्योंकि सर ऑटोमेटिक होगा तो फिर ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा हमारे लिए भी और आपके लिए भी।
जैसे ही आपका ट्रांजैक्शन पीएल में हुआ, वैसे ही स्टॉक्स अनप्लेज होंगे, और वैसे ही अगर आपका डेबिट है तो प्लेज होंगे, क्रेडिट है तो अनप्लेज होंगे। सो गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इज योर फर्स्ट फेज है, तो फर्स्ट फेज में हम लोग थोड़ा सा स्लो जा रहे हैं कि कहीं कोई हिकअप्स ना हो, क्योंकि ऑलरेडी काफी हिकअप्स हो रखे हैं। सो फर्स्ट फेज में वी आर गोइंग स्लो। वंस वी क्रिएट एन बुक ऑफ 25 करोड़ एंड माय टीम इज टू बी हैंड्स ऑन ऑल द ऑपरेशंस, देन विल डू दिस कंप्लीटली ऑटोमेटेड प्रोसेस।
ओके, इसमें आईपीओ फंडिंग्स भी हम करेंगे?
सर आईपीओ फंडिंग्स में हम लोग करेंगे, बट दैट विल बी थ्रू बजाज ओनली एंड दैट विल बी से डायरेक्ट अकाउंट। बजाज ने अभी नॉर्म्स में डाल रखा है कि सपोज ही डज द आईपीओ फंडिंग, देन ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट नीड्स टू बी विद हिम ओनली। So we'll discuss with it and say we'll take an exceptional approval from the Bajaj to do the IPO funding with trading account in PL, trading and demat account with PL.
ठीक है सर, डन। थैंक यू।
Hello.
Yes, Parag bhai.
Yeah, I would just like to add to what Nirmal said. See, one thing is, as Nirmal had all pointed out, that for interest payment, it will get added up in the interest. Actual payment has to be made by the client, but client, if there is LTV is already below 50%, client can always take the disbursement and make the payment. They want a book entry in the Bajaj account. So Bajaj, if there is 50% LTV से नीचे है आपका loan LTV, then client can always take the disbursement and make a payment to Bajaj separately. और ऐसे कर सकते हैं. Second thing is, when you are taking a client wants to take a buy limit, they have to buy 2 times of approved stocks of Bajaj. That's a बेसिकली 2 times वही पैरामीटर में लेना चाहिए कि 3 should not exceed 1+2 category, 4 should not exceed category should not exceed 10% of the portfolio. तो फिर वो जाके फिर से बजाज में प्लेज होगा स्टॉक on the T+2 date, and Bajaj will release the additional money. Otherwise, it will get stuck up. The Bajaj, it will not qualify for Bajaj under Bajaj criteria, the newly purchased stocks, and but there could be some hiccup there. So trading has to be very cautiously done, and the parameters has to be set properly in the Odin system for them. Am I clear? Yeah.
Sorry, Nirmalji, one more question, which I need to ask.
Yes, boss.
Sir, currently what like the NBFC what we are using of PL, तो अभी जो PL में कर रहे हैं वो अलग तरीके से है, अभी बजाज में खुलेंगे वो अलग बिल्कुल अलग प्रोसेस होगा.
Can I take this question, Nirmal?
Yes, of course, sir.
Yeah. See, ऐसा है साहब कि see there is some limitation with PLFS to give large fundings to the clients. Small fundings we are handling as of now, but if your client wants 25 crore, 30 crore, 100 crore, then PLFS doesn't have that might and the capability to fund it directly. So therefore, this partnership is there.
So correct.
Okay.
Secondly, I'm not denying.
One.
There is only one query for in that side because poaching of clients is being done.
That is there. We have
we need to control that part only.
We have confidence in Bajaj, and therefore we are tied with Bajaj. Then we have also added some clauses in our agreement, which we will talk to them. Basically, they are also very clear that they don't want to poach the clients, but we have to take care of our clients. We have to take care of our clients that they don't go to others. Even if Bajaj is offering something, that is, this threat is there. Anyhow, right now also the threat is there that people are aware what is the rate Bajaj is giving, what is the product Bajaj is giving. Anyhow, if anybody wants to go, they can easily go right now also. So it's the same thing. It's just that we are extending the financial assistance which some other NBFC is giving to our clients, so that if anybody has got a large appetite of funds, they want to leverage more on their portfolio, then we can always, tap the funds requirement, and instead of client going directly, it goes through us. That's the purpose of this. Yes, and secondly, what PLFS has been doing right now is margin funding, because the stocks are with us in the power of attorney account. Now the stocks will be lying in Bajaj. So right now what happens is Bajaj is having, unless they unpledge it, we can't give early paying. Right now the entire scenario is slightly changed because of new regulations. You have to pay upfront margin. We require upfront early paying has to be done on the T+0. So it's better that if any surplus stocks are there, it needs to be unpledged before selling, so that there is no hiccups. Or client will have to pay the margin if they wrongly sell some stocks which are not free, but they want to sell at the right level, then they will have to pay some upfront margin, because we will not be able to give early paying of those stocks. It will come, then we'll have to take Bajaj into confidence that, okay, please release the stocks on T+2 and we'll make the payment on T+2. That we'll try separately.
So, sir, suppose I want to sell something today.
Yeah.
So I need to unpledge at what time? What is the time frame they are giving me?
Before selling, the stocks actually should be in your DP account. That is the actual requirement before selling. So you'll have to probably make up the mind that the client will have to make up a mind whether they want to continue with the funding against this, or they want to sell this stock. It can't be both ways, that you can sell it and then unpledge it. But suppose if the market suddenly falls down by percent, or it, when in the COVID times where you saw how the market went down, every day it was going down for almost 1 month. In that scenario, 7 days will evaporate fast. The stock value जो 100 था suddenly 90 हो गया, 90 का 80 हो गया. अरे every day you have to. It's a volatile market condition. In volatile market condition, it will be a different scenario altogether. The NBFCs suddenly change their rules. That also you should be aware. Client should also be aware. ये सब है नॉर्मल सिचुएशन, हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं कि ओके सब नॉर्मल है, तो 7 days का टाइम दिया और हो गया. अदरवाइज basically, therefore, client has to take because this is ultimately a last product. The cap line of this is last product. Client has to pledge the stock, get the money, give it to the broker. When they want to sell the stock, they have to get it unpledged and sell the stock so that there are no hiccups. PLFS is just helping out with the modalities that they don't have to pledge and unpledge on daily basis actually. So we are acting as a power of attorney for them. But going forward, as the client comes in, as Bajaj will also get into, they will get confidence on the client's portfolio, then we can fine tune the entire thing for specific clients.
निर्मल सर, एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन पेंडिंग है. मिनिमम टिकट साइज ऑफ आईपीओ फंड विनय का. वन क्वेश्चन इज पेंडिंग सर. विनय ने पूछा है मिनिमम टिकट साइज ऑफ आईपीओ फंडिंग सर.
5 crore.
5 crore. Okay.
But IPO funding के लिए निर्मल, Bajaj insist on, as you said, they should have their own DP and they should have their own bank account POA on the bank account. Is it correct?
Yeah, they insist that they should have with their own bank POA and bank their DP.
DP and with the POA, their POA on their DP on that.
Bajaj Securities POA.
Yeah. So IPO right now is not a part of this product. Not.
Currently not. I already told.
Yeah.
We'll discuss with them and we'll say try that they will accept our PLPL trading and PLPL DP with PLPL POA.
Yeah, what we can do is, the margin we can always ask them to transfer to their account and they can have one more, then that's a different matter for IPO funding. Margin in this account can be transferred for IPO to that IPO for IPO funding, for which then again they would open a separate DP account and a bank account at their side.
Yes.
Participants, please put your questions in chat if any. Nirmal sir, I think there is no question, so please make closing remark.
Okay, guys. So I'm looking forward to say 25 crore rupees of book in next month. You need any help from my side or from my team side, we are there for you. Or suppose you have not asked question at this time, but once I share the PPT, you can read it and you can call me or WhatsApp me for any of your queries. Thank you all.